And we are cutting across to these latest details that are just coming in. Omar Abdullah, who's put out a tweet while he is responding to Home Minister Amit Shah. The tweet that is on your screens right now that reads, and I quote, "We are grateful to the Home Minister for challenging Dr. Farooq Saab to account for JKNC's contribution to the development of Jammu and Kashmir. As the list is rather exhaustive, please expect our response tomorrow." Yes, the Gupkar feeling completely rattled, Omar Abdullah has now put out a tweet in response to the statements that were made by Home Minister Amit Shah in his visit to Jammu and Kashmir. While he had asked the Gupkar to be accountable, Omar Abdullah has now put out this tweet responding to Amit Shah's statement, saying that they will certainly respond. And the tweet that exactly reads that thank you for challenging Dr. Farooq Abdullah to account for JKNC's contribution to the development of Jammu and Kashmir. He says the list is rather exhaustive. Please expect our response tomorrow. So we see that sense of sarcasm also trickling in through this tweet. But certainly how the Gupkar is feeling rattled. Zeenat is with me on the phone line. Zeenat, we are referring to this latest tweet by Omar Abdullah, which also gives a sense of what the Gupkar members are feeling. Finally, Omar Abdullah has put out this tweet saying that the NC will very much be accountable and also praising themselves, saying that a lot that has been done by them for Jammu and Kashmir, they list that out for the Home Minister. All right, not too sure if Zeenat is still connected with us. We are trying to reconnect that line to also get a sense of the sentiment on the ground, and most importantly how the political circles are now working with knowing that the Home Minister is in Jammu and Kashmir, and the very initiative of the BJP when it comes to the development of the valley. Zeenat is back with me on the phone line. Zeenat, this particular tweet by Omar Abdullah not just is hinting at a sense of sarcasm or arrogance or being defensive as Omar Abdullah is being in this tweet, but the very fact that the Gupkar is certainly feeling rattled, because here is the BJP questioning on what they have done all these years in the valley, for the people, and Omar Abdullah says that he will respond.
See, this is a tweet that is coming from the J&K National Conference, where National Conference hits out at Home Minister Amit Shah. They are challenging Home Minister Amit Shah as far as the work done by the National Conference for Delhi.
That audio line is not very clear. We'll try and fix that line with Zeenat. But this is the all-out challenge, I wouldn't say, but the response that is coming in from Omar Abdullah, where he says that the NC will certainly show all that they have done for the development of Jammu and Kashmir. This after that full frontal attack by Home Minister Amit Shah, who is in the valley at this point. We also have Imran Nabidar, the spokesperson of NC, who's with us on the phone line. Imran, what exactly is Omar Abdullah meaning to say through this tweet?
I think it is pretty clear. The Home Minister has sought details about what Dr. Farooq Abdullah Saab has done over these years, and as a responsible opposition, it is our right to list out the achievements that have been completed during Dr. Farooq Saab's tenure, during the Omar Abdullah's tenure. And that is what we have mentioned in the tweet. So we are compiling, and we'll give it a detailed statement on what National Conference and its leaders have done over past, whenever they were part of the government. So we'll give everything in detail, and they should also know. And people of the country should also know that what achievements what have we achieved during Dr. Farooq Saab's tenure and Umar Saab's tenure. Because at the end of the day, rhetoric is something, but facts are something else. So we are trying to put out everything on black and white. Let people to decide who is right and who is wrong.
Absolutely, Imran, but certainly on the defensive, needless to say how the NC has been extremely critical of the initiatives taken by the government for the betterment of the valley, and especially after the abrogation of Article 370. But here is the Home Minister leading the way and showing that despite the security situation, he's not wearing his bulletproof equipment, because this is the government integrating with the people of the valley and putting out the sentiment of what the valley really wants, as opposed to how the political picture has been painted all these years. If the NC has now challenged the Home Minister on this and, displaying the kind of arrogance that is coming in through the tweet, will you also list out where all you have gone wrong?
First of all, I don't think there is any arrogance. I mean, if somebody asks a question, I think it is within our rights to respond to it. If you want to construe it as arrogance, then I cannot say anything about it. But if somebody is asking a question, and it is the Home Minister of India who is asking this question, that what has National Conference given to people of Jammu and Kashmir, I think we have every right to respond. This is the Constitution gives us this right. So we have very politely, I don't understand why you want to call it arrogance. There is no arrogancy in it. I mean, we're just responding to what he has said, and we want to put in front of people of this country what is everything, the details that people of country need to know. Because
certainly, Imran, everyone is well within their right to respond, and political accountability is most important for the people to really know what their leaders are doing. Waiting for what the response is going to be like in the next 24 hours, tracking the story very closely. Imran Nabidar, I want to thank you for speaking to Republic at this point. And before we cut across to my colleague Gursimran, let's once again listen into that very statement by the Home Minister made at that rally that has now rattled the Gupkar League.
सबसे पहला काम मोदी जी ने गांव तक जमहूरियत को पहुंचाने का किया है। पहले कश्मीर के अंदर जमहूरियत की व्याख्या थी 3 परिवार, 87 विधायक और 6 सांसद, और आज मोदी जी ने 5 अगस्त के बाद जम्मू कश्मीर में जमहूरियत को जमीन तक, गांव तक पहुंचाने का काम किया है। 370 जाने के पहले 87 विधायक, 6 सांसद और 3 परिवार था। मुक्ति परिवार, अब्दुल्ला परिवार और गांधी परिवार। और अब मोदी जी ने लोकतंत्र को गांव के पंच, सरपंच, बीडीसी और जिला पंचायत तक पहुंचाकर 30,000 लोगों को जोड़ने का काम किया है। मित्रों, 30,000 लोग। महबूबा मुफ्ती जी का मैंने ट्वीट पढ़ा था कि ऐसे मां पा रहे हो, हिसाब देकर जाना कि क्या दिया है कश्मीर को। महबूबा जी, कान खोलकर सुन लीजिए, आंख खोलकर देख लीजिए। आप और फारूक साहब दोनों देख लीजिए, हमने क्या दिया इसका मैं हिसाब देता हूं। मगर 75 साल तक आपके 3 परिवारों ने यहां शासन किया, उन्होंने क्या दिया उसका हिसाब जरा बाद में करना। सबसे पहला काम मोदी जी ने गांव तक जमहूरियत को पहुंचाने का किया है। पहले कश्मीर के अंदर जमहूरियत की व्याख्या थी 3 परिवार, 87 विधायक और 6 सांसद, और आज मोदी जी ने 5 अगस्त के बाद जम्मू कश्मीर में जमहूरियत को जमीन तक, गांव तक पहुंचाने का काम किया है। और आज घाटी और जम्मू दोनों क्षेत्र में 30,000 से ज्यादा लोग पंचायत, तहसील पंचायत और
And Gursimran is now joining us live on the broadcast. Gursimran, well, NC is posing that they have taken Amit Shah's challenge and they will certainly be accountable for all that the NC has done for the valley in all these decades. But the very fact that with the kind of reform that the BJP is bringing about in Jammu and Kashmir, and certainly what the top leadership has done after the abrogation of Article 370, right from day one, the Abdullahs and the Muftis have always claimed like it is their territory and never allowed it to integrate with the rest of the country. Here the BJP is not just bringing about development but also ensuring that, they bring everyone together. And here is the NC now coming forth after none of the other political tactics have worked.
See, now the political parties, especially the Kashmir-based political parties that has been on the target of the Bharatiya Janata Party post-abrogation of Article 370 for their no contribution towards the development but entire contribution towards the deteriorating situation of the Jammu and Kashmir. They have now seems to come for their rescue, and they are saying that what we have done for the people of Jammu and Kashmir was the best, and we are holding accountable. We are accountable for what we have done. Now the National Conference Vice President Omar Abdullah has also come out with a tweet wherein he has somehow indirectly or indirectly has questioned the Union Home Minister Amit Shah over the claims of Pulwama attack, and has said that if the Gupkar gang was responsible for the same, then why were they called for the all-party meeting by the Prime Minister of the country, Narendra Modi? So all in all, are gimmicks being played by the Kashmir-based political parties. They are somehow trying to divert from the issue. The main thing that the Union Home Minister Amit Shah has said, that we have brought about development in Jammu and Kashmir, and the things on ground have changed. See, the data and the facts speaks of themselves. There has been a visible decline in the terror incidents. There have been zero stone pelting incidents, almost zero post-abrogation of Article 370 and 35 Alpha, and that has been possible due to the change in the policy that has taken place during the current regime at the union government. So this has to be accepted, but now despite the fact that the reality is happening and the change is there on ground, the Kashmir-based political parties, be it National Conference or the People's Democratic Party, they are resorting to targeting the Union Home Minister by saying that if we were responsible, then why were we invited for the all-party meeting, and so on.
Absolutely, Gursimran. In fact, which is why I've been wanting to trace this back to how the Gupkar has been reacting, planning, and what exactly are their political moves ever since they have learned of the Home Minister's visit to Jammu and Kashmir.